Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening to my Nanbas and Nanmis. You have less than 1.5 days for your audit exam, and I am guaranteeing 10 marks from this video, guys. I am not simply saying all of these things. There is going to be a lot of value addition from my side with regard to this PDF. What I have done basically is I have collated all the Dabbas which is there in your study material into one resource, guys. There are multiple times where I have told how important these Dabbas is in the study material. So I have bifurcated this chapter wise, and under each of the chapter you can even see standard wise bifurcation, because attempt on attempt they ask from these Dabbas minimum for 10 marks, guys. Sometimes even 15 marks has come only from these Dabbas. Ma'am, how can I go to study material suddenly? I was already referring to some other author's book. No problem, guys. Whichever book you have studied from, the Bible, the master is study material only. So the concept is going to come from the study material only. When you are revising the concept, if some concept is already known to you, please just look at the keywords and keep marching forward. If something is new, most importantly, please don't panic. At least think, okay, now let's quickly revise it so that if they ask in the exam, I should be able to write this. Please have that mindset. The link of this PDF is available in the description box below, and the bonus guys in this PDF is I have highlighted the keywords for you, so your revision will be much faster, guys. So before I go to the PDF and tell you how to study this PDF, there are a few important resources which is available for you. The first one is the expected questions. For September attempt also I have given an expected question which is a super duper hit, guys. So please go through these expected questions for the Jan attempt also. RTP revision for the Jan 2025, I have done it. I think less than 1 hour video is there. If you want to revise the RTP with me, please make use of that video. It will be very helpful. Marathon video, you don't have to watch a marathon fully right now. If you want any clarity in a specific standard, use the timestamps which is available in the marathon. That will also be very helpful. CARO is a topic where most of you all are scared of. I've given a story how to remember the CARO clauses in a video. An entire CARO we have revised in 10 minutes. That also is a separate video. Go through all of these resources. And the last one is the important Dabbas in the study material. Starting off with this chapter number 1, they're talking about the interlinkage of auditing with other subjects. This is also the reason why you have so many other subjects and not just auditing when you want to become an auditor only. So auditor and accounting, auditing and law, auditing and economics, behavioral science, statistics, mathematics, data processing, financial management. You would have studied all the side headings, but inside did you study? Please go through the keywords which I have highlighted, guys. What is AFRF? It is a framework adopted for what? For the preparation and the presentation of the financial statements, which is acceptable in view of the nature and the objective of the financial statements, that is as per the law or the regulation. That is AFRF. Now, scope of audit, what and all it includes, what and all is excluding. Now, what is included? It includes all the aspects which is relevant for the financial statements. It has to be reliable because it is prepared by the management. It has to be reliable and it has to be of sufficient quantity. The proper disclosure of the financial information has to be there, and ultimately why is the auditor doing all of these things? To give his opinion. This is what is the inclusions. What is the exclusion? First one we already know. The responsibility for preparation and presentation is always by the management and not by the auditor. That is the first exclusion which is there. Second is outside the scope of competence of the auditor. Auditor will not authenticate any document. And fourth is audit is not in the nature of investigation. Investigation is 100% assurance. Audit is only reasonable assurance. Something less than 100% is only audit. Next Dabba is inherent limitations of audit. They're talking about nature of financial reporting, nature of investigation. It is not in the nature of investigation. It does not cover future events, timeliness of financial reporting, and all of those things. This one very important. Also there in the expected question list. Reasonable assurance engagement and limited assurance engagement. Reasonable assurance is audit assurance, where we will be giving high level of assurance. They are not saying 100%. They are saying high level of assurance, where elaborate and extensive procedures will be there to make the reasonable conclusions. In limited limited conclusions will be there, fewer procedures will be there, lower level of assurance will be there. Example is review engagement for limited assurance. Now examples is given here. There are so many examples which is there in the Dabbas case. If you have seen the mock test RTPs also, they would have given examples. You would have thought like example means you can write your own examples. Yes, that also you can do. But imagine whatever is given in the study material, same thing if you give, then what is there in the suggested answers, if you give that, then it is easier for the evaluator to give you the marks. Remember that, guys. Now next comes this chapter number 2, audit strategy, audit planning and audit program. Planning is not a separate distinct phase. Here the most important thing is, here they would have given audit program. All of these things you already know. What is audit program? It is designed to give audit evidence. All of these things you know, but what evidence will you give for cash in hand? They've given examples in Dabba account. For investment which is pledged with the bank, what is the example with, what is the evidence that you will take? Banker's certificate is that we will take. So example, so many few examples of misstatement. Charging of capital expenditure to revenue item, charging of revenue expenditure to capital item. This is the misstatement. Difference in the disclosure, any changes in the accounting estimate, any changes in the accounting policy, any fake expenses or overstating of receivables or understating of the inventory, understating, overstating of inventory. So exactly these examples, if you are going to write in the exam, then definitely full marks only you are going to get. Inherent risk means what you know. If the industry falls, then the company also is going to fall, you know that. But examples of inherent risk, study material has given 2 examples in a Dabba. What is the example? If the management does not understand what the standard is saying, then it is an inherent risk. Then next one is large number of business failures in the industry. Industry itself is falling. So a company also part of the industry, company will definitely fall. What is control risk? You definitely know. Control risk means that the internal control is not operating effectively and efficiently. What is the example for that? Cash and checkbooks, whether it is locked safely. Is there any control mechanism for that? Is there internal control for fire extinguishers, smoke detectors? Is there internal control for petty cash? Petty cash means anybody cannot take money from the petty cash. There has to be proper authorization procedures to take money. Less than 10,000 he has to sign, then only money can go out. Less than 50,000 this person has to sign, then only money can go out. Like that they will have controls, internal controls. So these are the 3 examples which is given for control risk. Detection risk again split into 2, sampling risk and non-sampling risk. For that also example is given, one for sampling, one for non-sampling. Then they are talking about overview of audit risk. What they are saying, if the financial statements is correct and if the auditor is saying that it is not correct, here nobody is going to rely on the financial statement, so it is not an audit risk. If the financial statements is wrong and if the auditor is saying that it is correct, then here so many people are going to rely on this audit report, so this is only a audit risk. Now please read the text which is given here. Audit risk is the risk that the auditor gives an inappropriate audit opinion when the financial statements are materially misstated. Here financial statements are materially misstated, financial statements are wrong, but auditor gives an inappropriate audit opinion. That means the auditor gives a wrong opinion saying everything is correct. Now there is a serious problem here, so many people are going to rely, so this is only a audit risk. What is not a audit risk? Risk that the auditor might express an opinion that the financial statements are materially misstated. Auditor is saying that everything is wrong when they are actually not. That means financial statement is correct and auditor is saying everything is wrong. That means it is not an audit risk. Like this you please study, guys, and wherever I feel that the definition is little complicated, I have given the explanation also down. Please make use of that. Risk assessment procedures, this definition, risk assessment procedures nale, you have to say it is for the understanding of the entity and its environment. But here, how you are going to do the risk assessment procedure? By 3 ways: inquiries of management, observation and inspection, and analytical procedures. This inquiries of management and others within the entity, this is previous exam question. I told you, attempt on attempt they ask 10 to 15 marks from these Dabbas. Now here, this one, it is there in the expected question. Last time they asked inquiry, so this time they can ask observation. 4 points, 4 marks, very easy to get. How are you going to observe? What are you going to observe? You're going to observe the entity's operations. You're going to observe what documents which are there, what is the records, internal control manual. You're going to see what is the report which is prepared by the management, like minutes of the meetings and all. And you're going to see the entities, facilities, premises, and all of those. These 4 points if you write, you are going to get the 4 marks marks guys here for observation and inspection. Next, essay 320. Essay 320 is materiality. Under that, what is benchmark? You will already know. Here they are asking what is the factors that may affect the identification of a benchmark. Then for benchmark itself, another dabba is there. For a chosen benchmark, what is the relevant financial data? Past, present, future. I will tell in my class. What is that past, present, future, ma'am? Past is prior period financial data. Present is period to date financial data. Future is budget or forecast for the current period. 3 points covered, past, present, future, that is relevant financial data for the chosen benchmark. Now for people who don't know what is a benchmark, let me tell you one thing. You already know what is materiality. Say for example, for a company who's having sales of 1 lakh rupees, you will be saying 10% is 10,000. So anything more than 10,000, if fraud is happening, then only I am going to call it material. What did you basically do? You applied a percentage on sales and you said more than this, I am going to call it material. So this sale is your benchmark guys. You can put the percentage on profit, you can put the percentage on gross profit, net profit, purchases, sales, total assets, total liabilities, it can be anything. So that element which you are selecting, whether it is asset, a liability, revenue, expenditure, any element it can be, you are putting a percentage on that to find out what is the materiality level. Now you understood what is the concept of benchmark, but here they are not asking the concept in the dabba, they are asking factors that may affect the identification. Now first thing you have to see what is the element in the financial statement, whether it is asset, liability, equity, revenue, expenditure. Next, what they are saying, whether it is important for the users of particular entities financial statements. Say for example, it is a non-profit entity, can you take benchmark as net profit? No, it does not make any sense. You can take benchmark as sales figure, you can take benchmark as purchase figure, you can take benchmark as anything but not profit figure, because it is a non-profit making entity. Users are not interested in that. So like that you have to take the benchmark. So factors affecting the identification of benchmark, first is element, second is where is the users, where are they interested in, third is nature of the entity, and fourth is how volatile it is, relative volatility of the benchmark. These 4 points, 4 marks they can ask in your exam. Chosen benchmark, relevant financial data, I already told, past, present, future, and fourth is adjusted for significant changes guys. Like this, if you keep studying, see here guys, there's gonna be 49 pages here, don't get scared. Out of this, 10 pages is bank audit itself guys. If you have skipped bank audit, or if you have don't have time to revise bank audit, at least go through these 10 pages which is there in the end. So approximately about 39 pages is only standards. So if you are do not have enough time to dedicate for this PDF, use it when you are traveling to the exam hall. Just glance through this, just see if you know all the concepts. You can get this PDF in the description in the box below, link in the description box below. So if you have any doubts with regard to this PDF, please put it in the comment section. I will immediately respond to you guys. If you have any other doubts with respect to the subject auditing also, you can put it in the comment section. I will immediately respond to you. So please go through this PDF guys. Like I told you, from this PDF they will be asking 10 to 15 marks even if you're lucky in your examination. So all the very best guys. Thank you so much.